Hello, Mai.
Hi, Loy. We're live now.
Okay, sure. I've just posted the link for today's indicator on the chat.
Okay. You'll send it to me via Skype.
No, I didn't send the. Do you want me to send it to you by Skype?
Sorry, I didn't get what you said. Oh, I see it on chat. Can you send it also on Skype? Because I can't copy things on Skype. On chat
Yeah,
on
sure.
Zoom. Thank you.
Okay, there you go. Send it. Okay. Hi, everyone. Hi, Kevin. Right, and here we start the show. Once again, good evening, everyone. This is Lloyd speaking. Seems like I've been away for a rather long time. Okay. Yep. So back to my indicator sharing. Might be some changes to the show, but I'll update you probably down the road. But anyway, today the indicator that I'm going to share is actually what's its name? Yeah, momentum histogram. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to share today. Uh, as its name implies, this actually measures momentum. It doesn't measure trend. It doesn't measure range. It doesn't measure volume. Actually, you can think of it that yeah. So eventually, sometimes when we during presentation as strategy leaders, we present that look, this particular instrument is in high momentum, low momentum. It might confuse people. And frankly speaking, uh, even in the early days, possibly also nowadays when I trade, sometimes it's hard for me to classify what is a high momentum instrument, what is a low momentum instrument. Yeah, I don't have a exactly fixed way of classifying it. Yeah, it is really visual by eyeball. Yeah, but today I'm going to introduce you this particular indicator. Uh, and sometimes, if you have joined us over the weekend for the trading retreat, you would have heard us mentioning multiple times that we across the board we are observing more and more runaway trades. What that means is that whenever a trade uh, from a downtrend and reverse to uptrend, it can be quite immediate. And price might possibly move a fair bit before it gives us any retracement, if any at all. Yeah. So this is actually a high momentum movement, and for a traditional, not say traditional, for the way that we approach trend, whereby we always wait for a retracement to happen, we does actually miss out quite a lot of move. Yeah. So there's actually pros and cons to such an approach to the market. In that sense that, look, if you're going to trade a momentum movement, that means inevitably you have to trade breakouts. Yeah. And if you ask any successful breakout trader, all of them will tell you that more often than not, breakouts fail. And if breakouts happen and we happen to be in it, we catch the breakout, we are really in it for the high bagger. That means a 5-time reward, 10-time reward. That is what makes it really attractive to us as breakout traders. Yeah. So, but the topic is that how do you actually measure momentum or gauge momentum? I wouldn't want to say measure momentum, I would say gauging momentum. That would be a better word. And that's where today's indicator comes into play, momentum histogram. I think Mike, to trouble you to actually paste the link on this, YouTube and Facebook. And I'm going to share with you one very direct way of how you can use it. Now, I'm going to use two particular instruments to help me. Of course, one of them being the momentum histogram. That's on the bottom of my screen. You can easily read that. Look, it is color coded. So that means red, that means it's on downward momentum. Green is on upward momentum. Doesn't necessarily mean strength. Yeah, that means that the momentum is going up or down. That's it. Yeah. And then one way that I trade reversals or trend continuations is actually by looking at the weekly chart. So I'm using actually the access to wealth market scanner. I don't want to be eyeballing price actions. Yeah, so I'm going to use something that's much more objective, which is the scanner. If the scanner picks it up, I'll treat it as such. So I actually go back 4 weeks. You can see that on my screen, under price actions for the scanner, it picks up pound yen, and I'm going to concentrate on 2 particular price action on weekly chart. It is the test bars and the engulfing bar. Yeah, predominantly I only trade these 2 price actions. Yeah, there are ways to trade inside bar and doji. Might share them down the road. In fact, I've actually shared inside bar late last year when trading with Orlando. So, but anyway, that's for another story. Pound yen, high test bar on the weekly chart. So as you all have known, some of you might will be more familiar with the term pin bar. Yeah. So whenever a pin bar or high test bar to us appear, it does indicate that price will go down. Yeah, it does suggest that. Doesn't mean that your price will definitely go down. So as you can see on the weekly chart, price actually goes up. So let's switch over to the daily chart and see what happens on the momentum histogram. So this actually reverses on the 10th of January. So on the pound yen daily, and did I get my vertical line right? Yeah, so you can see 10th of January, we saw the test bar. So naturally, only on the following week, we are able to trade it. We definitely cannot be trading on 10th of January. Right? Hope you understand that. We'll be trading the following week after we saw the price action. So what happens on the daily bar is this. So we want to see a downward momentum. So you can see, we need to see rate. Then we'll be able to trade. If we don't see rate, that means that we are unable to trade. So this is on the 15th of January, which is actually a Friday bar. So let's not trade on Friday's bar. We'll be trading the next few days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday onwards. Right. So you can see on Friday's bar, there is indeed some rate coming in, but unfortunately happened on Friday, so we shall not give more thoughts to it. And as you can see from the rest of the week, it's just upward green momentum. All right. Not that bad as for a start. Let's go back 1 week. Cat Swiss engulfing bar on the weekly time frame, which happens on 3rd of January. So let's see Cat Swiss. 3rd of January, that will be here. So it happens on the engulfing bar 3rd Jan. So on the following week, then we'll be trading it. So obviously, when you see bullish engulfing bar on the weekly time frame, we'll be assuming that price, this particular price actually suggests that price will be moving upwards. So on the daily side, let's see what happens. There. So let me draw. So you can see that on Friday's bar, this is what happened. Monday, momentum drop. Tuesday, momentum pick up. You can see that there's a rise in momentum. I'm not talking about price action on the daily time frame. I'm using price actions on the weekly time frame to identify a direction. Then I'm simply dropping down to the following week daily time frame to gauge, to tell me whether momentum has picked up from the weekly bar suggestions. All right, and this is exactly what I want to see. I want to see a momentum that has been picked up, a rise in momentum. I don't really care about the price action. I just want to see a rise in momentum. Okay, so once I see there's a rise in momentum, all right, this is what I'm going to do. So on this bar, pending order, and naturally, I'm going to put my stop loss just below the last swing. All right, I don't have a habit of putting my stop loss below the bar. I'm changing a bit of my trading habits. So once I've done that, you can see the price easily hit 1R before it actually reverses. Small win, not that fantastic. Is there other ways to actually gauge a drop in momentum? I would say there is, but let's not care that for now. We are going for only entries and winners. All right. If you want to implement more rules for reading momentum histogram, test it out. I've always maintained that if I presented any indicators which actually interest you, test it out. All right. So this is the entry bar, by the way. You can see that I put my pending order above, stop loss below, price hits 1R before it reverses. Not exactly a bad start. Let's go back to Cat Swiss again. Euro Cat. So I got Euro Cat, a high test bar which the scanner picks up on the weekly chart on the same week. Okay, I'm still on the same week. Okay, so let's see on the daily chart what happens. There. So on the weekly chart, this is a Friday's bar following Monday. You can see that on the following Monday price, the momentum actually decreases. That's not something I want to see. I want to see a momentum pickup. You can see that suddenly the acceleration of the downward momentum increases. That is something that I want to consider trading. This is the bar. You can see that the price actually doesn't agree with it. Yeah. But I remind you again, I'm not looking at price action on the daily side. On the daily side, I'm purely looking at momentum trading. Again, pending order below, stop loss above, price against give me a very, very small winner. Actually, it did hit 2R. Yeah, I don't know whether I'll be triggering for 2R, but not that I really care. All I want to show to you is that at least it does hit 1R. From there, how you all manage your trade is entirely your side, not mine. All right. So 1R, it did hit downward momentum. Not bad, 2 winners again. So let's see what does the scanner gives us. Pound yen, low test bar. There we have it on the weekly chart on the very same week. So let's see what pound yen offers. You can see pound yen on the daily chart. Momentum is dropping, then momentum pick up. Yes, this is exactly what I want to see. You can see that on pound yen weekly chart, it gives us a suggest that price will move upwards. So on the daily chart, again, I'm repeating myself. I want to see an upward momentum increase. Don't really care about the price actions. Price action is no longer my business. On the chart that I'm trading, this is what I want to trade. Pending order, stop loss below the last swing. And you can see that price actually it nearly hit my stop loss at that. Nearly hit. You can see there's a bit of space. Probably I need to adjust. Nearly hit, then it picks up. Again, price is very near my 1R. So I don't know whether this is a definite win or a loser. But at 10, even if I close now, this will still be a winner for me. Not bad at all. Then what does this scanner has for us? Dollar yen engulfing bar on the weekly time frame. It's the very same week. So let's see. Wait a minute. Dollar yen bullish engulfing. Very nice. Let's have a look. See, this Friday's bar, again, Monday bar. We don't trade based on Friday. All right. So I want to see a picking up of upward momentum. And finally, I have it over here. There you have it. Pending order, stop loss swing below. Now for this particular trade, I'm sure you all can see that I actually didn't get triggered in. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So within a week, I didn't get triggered in. Forget about the entry. Not really interested. Let's look at more examples. So I'm going to go 1 week backwards. Euro pound, high test bar. There we have it on the weekly chart. So let's see. Euro pound, high test bar. Wait a minute. I'm confused. That's 27th of December. 27th December. This is what I want to trade. There I have it. Okay. So the daily chart. Let's see what we have it. Okay, so I'm looking for downward momentum. Again, if you look at the momentum histogram, Monday, it actually went up. Not interested. Tuesday, it actually shot down by so much. You see the downward momentum actually increases tremendously. So this is something that we can definitely jump in and trade. The downward forces are actually moving quite fast. They'll be on this bar. Let's jump in. Stop loss. Entry pending order below. Stop loss on the last swing. Then you can see that price is now actually hugging my 1R. So a small width. If I actually do cancel the trade now, not bad, I would say. Euro pound. Let's look at Euro yen. So that's what the scanner picks up. So on the weekly chart, you can see that Euro yen is a high test bar. On the following week, if we do enter any entry, it'll be a definite loser. You can see that price actually didn't go down at all. So let's see how the indicator fares. Euro yen, let me see, break it down. Wait a minute. Yep, this is it. Oh, I might have been measuring the wrong one. Ah, this is such embarrassment. Yeah, this is more likely the one. So actually my euro pound is wrong. Later I will get back to my euro pound again. So euro yen, I want to see downward momentum. You see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Downward momentum, it happens. Small blip, pending order below, stop loss above. Now for this, I have to admit that I'm not entirely sure whether I'll be triggered in or not. See, I don't know whether depending I'll be triggered in by spread or anything else. Yeah, but if I do get triggered in, this will be my first loser. So at this point, do you all get what I'm trying to present? The momentum histogram is something that you can use to actually gauge momentum. Don't use it to gauge and correlate or price actions. Doesn't really happen that well, I would say. I'll just go to two more examples. Poundcat, low test bar, you can see on the weekly time frame. Let's see, on the following week, do we get any trades? Because if we do, this will also be a definite loser. Okay. So Poundcat low test bar, we want price to go high, to go up. So let's see if we get that. You can see the following week, actually price, the momentum gauge at price falls all the way. So there's really nothing much for us to trade. Momentum is falling. Visually, price is actually ranging. And thank God, histogram actually got us out of any trouble. All right. So let me see if any questions that I can answer. This is actually a pretty interesting. As an indicator trader, I would say I will personally consider getting a system out of this. Yeah, that's really interesting to me that if I can bypass price action and just purely trade on momentum, I just need to tweak a system whereby I can accept the risk to reward and the win-lose rates. I don't know. What's your opinion? Hi, Mike. Yeah. Go ahead. Please share the link. Hi, everyone. Do you understand what I've presented, or are you still murky about it? I mean, any one of you can give me just I understand I'm using the scanner, market scanner, or access to market scanner. One of you can just give me, anyone suggest a weekly reversal bar at which date? Then we'll see. Yeah, suggest me two. Then we can actually jump in and see how it actually fares. So let's say I'll just mark around. Dollar Sing, this week have a reversal, right? Can't really see a weekly reversal bar. Yeah. Last week is a high test bar, but it hasn't really played out entirely. So don't really care. I'm trying to find something that actually did reverse. Dollar Swiss on the weekly, this is definitely a low test bar. The following week, price actually went up. So we can see what's happening at 10 on the daily chart. We didn't get any sort of entry. Let me look over. Nasdaq. All right, I can have a look at Nasdaq. So where's my Nasdaq chart? Ah, there it is. The Nasdaq weekly. Oh, which is actually on pretty much on the uptrend. I don't even know how to consider Nasdaq. I just randomly pick one bar, which should give me a losing week. All right. So you can see that on the Nasdaq 0103, the 3rd Jan price should, on the following week, from this price action is basically is an engulfing test bar. The price, it does suggest that price should actually go up. So let's have a look at the histogram or daily chart. Let's see what we get. That is the histogram. So you can see that histogram actually went down. It did eventually pick up. So there'll be this price action on here. So yeah, this will actually definitely be a loser. So even if I put my pending order above, stop loss below, it will get triggered. I will definitely get triggered in. Yeah. So based on histogram, the one day that actually pops up, it will trigger us in for a trade the following day. So Nasdaq, there will be a definite loser. Gonna see another Nasdaq weekly chart. I'm more interested in loser, not that interested in winner. I know it does give me winning. Again, this will actually be another losing chart. We can see that this definitely is a bullish engulfing on the Nasdaq weekly chart. So on the following week, let's see what we have. Yeah. So following week, you can see that price actually just basically have a sell down. So this 22nd, I don't advise you trading on Mondays. Yeah, because Monday in my practice I seem to get a fair bit of losing on Monday. So that's why even in my presentation I usually skip the Mondays bar. So what happens is that indeed you can see that the Monday compared to Friday's bar, momentum pick up. Yeah, like I mentioned, don't trade Monday's bar. On Tuesday bar, it actually did also pick up. So we can actually put a pending order on Tuesday. Thank goodness, price actually went down immediately after that, so it don't trigger us. Yeah. But strictly speaking, if you trade on every day, then this will still be a loser. Yes, because the Monday's bar, the momentum actually pick up compared to Friday. So let me see if I have any example. The Nasdaq 2 examples, both are loser. Shucks. EuroCAD, high test bar. Let me see if I have it. EuroCAD, yeah, I have it. Weekly chart. This high test bar? All three are consecutive high test bar. Yeah. So this will be interesting. So let's see from here to this period, what do we get? So that's on the 20th of December onwards. If we go on the daily chart, all right, so you can see that on the daily chart, this is just consecutive selling. Yeah. So it's only over here that we see that there's a confirmation of downward pressure. Then on the following, the momentum actually increases. So this is something that we want to see for this particular indicator. It's something that you can actually jump in and trade. From there, that will be on this part. That'll be on this particular bar over here, which is a green bar, by the way. Inside bar, if you read what you call it, price action. So by all means, that usually means you won't be able to trade. But if you read momentum, that means you should be able to jump in and at least go for a 2R, depending on your exits. Yeah, but definitely hit the 1R, which is still not bad to me. Yeah. So this is something that interests me, which I find that more and more towards my trading, I want to devise a system which I can skip price action. So momentum and volume, these two I'm actually heavily trying to explore whether the both momentum and volume is just both of these able to give me an edge in the market. Yeah. So this is something which I wish to share with you today. Do some back tests, see whether it actually improves your way of trading, especially if it does keep you out of questionable price action. Yeah. Look, if just based on reading of price actions, and you are not faring well in your trades, or if you are a discretionary trader and you can see that, wow, my trades are, I can actually innately sense the direction of the trade, but price action is holding you back. Possibly momentum might actually assist you. And if any of you is actually interested in this particular way of trading, let's see if I can actually pick up some examples. Never mind. I'll stop at here. Sometimes telling too much actually does confuse people. All right, let me see on the YouTube. Does it have any questions? All right, thank you, Mai. You have pasted the link on the YouTube site. So this is the end of my presentation today. Oh yeah, fit values. I will go to fit values. I've actually shared it multiple times, but today I'm a bit short of time. Keep on rambling. I'll be sharing that next week on how to actually configure your fit values. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't see your message earlier. All right, with that, thank you everyone for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.